The press destroys Barcelona apart after the worst defeat of the Flick era. But hold on, we're not just going to say that Barca lost and move on. Once again, the team was exposed, and yes, Sevilla came out on top. Whenever Barcelona falls, controversy erupts, and this time was no different. There was a refereeing scandal, and to make matters worse, Rashford had a scare. Stick with me because in this video you'll find out everything, from the refereeing controversy to the surprising reactions of Hansi Flick and Pedri after the latest drama.
I don't know exactly, I will analyze this, if it was a penalty, if it was the second goal before a foul, but...
Flick had few options due to multiple injuries: Yamal, Rafinha, Fermin, Gavi, Joan Garcia and Ter Stegen, and only changed Eric for Araujo and Lamine for Lewandowski, forming an unprecedented attack with Rashford, Lewandowski and Varane, supported by Dani Olmo. Meanwhile, Matias Almeida, despite the absences of Nianzou Alphon and Joan Jordan, kept his team solid with the physical and consistent Agume Mendiso trio. Barcelona started the game low on energy and intensity, slow, lacking ideas with the ball, and without aggression in their attacks. In fact, we saw a weak Barcelona. Sevilla didn't show overwhelming football power either, but they started more focused and engaged. Isaac Romero forced a foul and won a penalty that VAR and referee Alejandro Muniz treated as a stroke of genius. The play made it clear Sevilla was alive in the game, while Barcelona remained lost, with Araujo falling into the trap like a naive beginner. Typical Araujo. Veteran Alexis Sanchez, a former Barca player, didn't waste the opportunity. He calmly converted the penalty and punished the Catalans. The nightmare almost got worse. The Orange team, apathetic even when behind, allowed Carmona and Isaac to threaten a second goal with shots from outside the box, moments in which Flick's defense faltered almost disastrously. Flick tried using Rashford and Ferran on the wings, but collective problems persisted. Szczesny saved Barca twice from Isaac and Mendy during the first half hour, in which the stifling heat seemed more remarkable than the champions' football itself. Sevilla extended their lead to 2-0 with Isaac after a defensive error from Barca, but Rashford pulled one back before halftime in a rare moment of brilliance, keeping the Catalans alive almost miraculously. In the second half, Flick made changes with Eric and Balde replacing Araujo and Gerard Martin, bringing more aggression and offensive courage, though still failing to connect with Lewandowski. Barca's defense remained clumsy, but Szczesny stopped a third goal from Alexis. Sevilla even claimed a penalty for Balde's handball, which Muniz ruled unintentional and VAR did not award. The decision was correct and consistent with the law. The ball-to-hand contact was clearly unintentional. Rooney came on to try to change the game, but it was Balde who won a penalty from Januzaj. However, the comeback opportunity slipped away. Lewandowski missed the spot kick in the 76th minute. He rarely fails. Would Lamine have scored if he were on the pitch? The truth is, Lewandowski missed Barcelona's big chance to equalize and spark a comeback. That missed penalty, which could have changed everything, became a breaking point. Instead of gaining confidence, Barca sank even deeper into despair, pushing forward in search of an equalizer while leaving themselves exposed to an even harsher fate. Rooney almost changed things in the 82nd minute, but his timid shot ended easily in the goalkeeper's hands. At the 90th minute, another clear chance appeared, but the punishment was immediate. Carmona broke through on the counter-attack and made it 3-1. In stoppage time, the final blow. Acor, in another devastating run, scored 4-1, sealing the humiliation. Now we need to talk about the controversies in this match. It's true that Barcelona played very poorly, but both of Sevilla's goals also stemmed from questionable referee decisions favoring the hosts. For the second goal, the referee ignored a foul by Suazo on Koundé in midfield, which led to the counter-attack finished by Isaac Romero. There was clear contact from Suazo on Koundé, yet the VAR stayed silent, strongly contrasting with the speed in awarding the penalty for Sevilla. In the duel between Araujo and Isaac Romero, the play seemed like a normal contest for the ball, but Isaac exaggerated the fall, pushing Araujo's leg to simulate a penalty. Despite the footage showing the simulation attempt, the referee was ultimately convinced by VAR to award the penalty, overturning his initial decision and leaving Barcelona players and staff outraged. Frustration exploded on the Barca bench. Players surrounded the referee demanding a review, but Muniz Ruiz stuck to the call, claiming VAR didn't see a punishable offense. Frenkie de Jong, who protested the most, even received a yellow card. Barcelona clearly suffered from inconsistent decisions and refereeing controversies. Former referee and current Cadena Ser commentator Iturralde González interpreted, "For me, it's not a penalty, it's a fight, and you can see how the Sevilla player is moving forward trying to make contact. attempting to force the referee into a mistake. Cesar Barrenechea Montero, Barcelona's refereeing analyst for Mundo Deportivo, gave his take on the penalty play. Araujo doesn't want to give a penalty. The Sevilla player hooks Araujo. I don't see a penalty. On Sevilla's second goal, Koundé made it clear to the referee that he had been fouled by Suazo, but the referee ignored him. Hansi Flick's anger on the sideline was monumental. The German, also frustrated with his players, couldn't understand what the referee, who had decided the match in Sevilla's favour, was saying. The penalty awarded by Alejandro Muniz at the 14th minute further fueled the controversy. Barcelona ended a disastrous week with defeats against PSG 1-2 and Sevilla 4-1, missing the chance to take the top spot in La Liga. Not even Pedri could prevent the collapse, admitting after the match that it was one of the team's worst performances in a long time. Horrible. We've never played as badly as we did today. We have to be self-critical, recover now, and those of us playing for the national team can go there, but when we come back, we have to think and reflect so this doesn't happen again. With the ball, we didn't know how to escape their individual pressure. We lacked intensity defensively. In the first half, we didn't attack or defend well. We need to improve many things to maintain the positive streak we had. We have to be self-critical and analyze our mistakes. The coach and I will work to improve after halftime. The lack of intensity was obvious, and I saw it from up close. They won every duel against us. They knew how to attack us. We pressed at the wrong moments, and especially with the ball, they put us in one-on-one situations and we didn't know how to escape the pressure. We tried to adjust during halftime, but I don't think we were at our best in either half of the game. Pedri also addressed Lewandowski's missed penalty, though he downplayed its significance. These are chances that can really make a difference in a game, but you can miss a penalty. You shouldn't see it as a consequence. We didn't play well during the match. We had this chance to equalize, but we have to be self-critical and perform better on the pitch. Pedri reacted to Koundé's possible foul. I saw Koundé's foul from the sideline, and the referee told me it was very small. Later, in another situation with Sevilla, I told him it was very small and he agreed. One time he calls it, the next he doesn't. I don't know. If VAR hadn't intervened, it wouldn't have been a foul. The press was unanimous in criticizing Barca after the thrashing against Sevilla. Tony Padilla, Goal TV, summarized that the team deserved to lose, while Matias Palacios called the result historic and deserved. Torquemada, Radio Catalunya, highlighted rhythm and individual errors. Paco Gonzalez, Kopi, mocked Lewandowski. Januzaj should give Lewandowski a kiss. And Miguel Quintana, Radio Marca, criticized Dani Olmo's lack of impact. Dani Olmo is unknown. Such a refined and intelligent player between the lines, yet he's not dynamic or fluid, nor decisive in the final meters of the pitch. Senebre pointed out that only Rashford and Pedri posed real threats. The only ones creating danger are Rashford, not Lewandowski or Ferran. Rashford and Pedri are Barcelona's most tuned-in players. Rashford is in great form at Barca. Starting 6 of the last 7 matches, he scored his first La Liga goal against Sevilla from Pedri's assist, in addition to contributing decisive goals and assists in the Champions League and League. With direct involvement in attack in every recent game, the Englishman has secured his place in Flick's squad, showing commitment, growing chemistry, and establishing himself as a key piece of Barca's attack. The sports world wrote, the worst Barcelona of the Hansi Flick era, lacking energy in football, were thrashed 4-1 at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan by a formidable Sevilla, more intense early to open 2-0, and more clinical at the end, turning a possible 2-2, after a missed Lewandowski penalty into 4-1 in 2 lightning-fast counter-attacks. This time, the proud reaction after halftime wasn't enough, and they left the lead in Real Madrid's hands. The 2-1 draw against PSG took its toll physically and mentally. Sport said, an unrecognizable and humiliated Barca yields leadership to a stellar Sevilla. The match couldn't have started worse for Barca, who entered Sanchez Pizjuan sluggishly. By the 15th minute, they were already behind after a questionable penalty on a Sevilla attacker by Ronald Araujo. Barca fell humiliated at Sanchez Pizjuan in one of the worst starts of the Flick era. The team lost its characteristic precision and never looked solid, despite 2 clear chances by Lewandowski and Bargito equalize in one of La Liga's toughest stadiums. Marca wrote, Barca went into halftime deeply affected. Flick's team had been leading the table for a week. They were thrashed by a formidable Sevilla in their worst game of the season, marking their second defeat. Hansi Flick reacted in a surprising way. He didn't take any immediate action after the match and, visibly upset in the press room, stated, "With this defeat and the emotions we're going through, it's important that when we return from the break, we fight for all the titles, La Liga, Copa del Rey, all of them. That's what we want," he added.
What's your opinion about the game with Arsenal?
Yeah, we received in the first half 2 goals. I don't know exactly. I will analyze this, if it was a penalty, if it was the second goal before a foul. But at the end, it's like a decision the referee made. And in the first half, we didn't play good. They play against us in a 1-against-1. And so in the first half was not good. But the reaction in the second half, I appreciate a lot this, and I said this also to the team. Now, okay, we have the chances also to score the second goal, maybe with a 2-2, but at the end, I think this feeling today has to give us motivation for the rest of the season. So I said also this to the team. I would like that we fight for everything, for every it's La Liga, Copa, and the Champions League. We have a good team. First half was not good. We have to think about maybe to the first half, but the second half I appreciate a lot.
The last one, what was the change in the second half?
Now we have more ball control, and of course we create more chances, and this is also our quality. And the first half was, I think the first half was not like this because they were very aggressive 1-against-1, and we have a little bit problems with that also to play out from the back. The second half was much better about this, and also we have more confidence. We are and then we did this. The reaction was really good.
Thank you, Hansi.
Thank you very much.